There's even more rumors and information going around for Andrade, so we'll see what's being said. We'll also take a look at the latest for John Cena, Alexa Bliss, and more. Andrade's WWE return is something that's been rumored ever since late December, and it continues to stay in the headlines because he is still expected to pop up in WWE again. Well, Fightful reports that Andrade originally signed a 2-year deal with AEW after first leaving WWE. But due to injuries, some time in the contract was frozen and added to the end of his contract, which led to the deal officially ending in late December 2023. They also claimed that Andrade allegedly informed some of the AEW talent that he was headed back over to WWE. A lot of people expected Andrade to potentially show up on WWE television the week after his AEW contract ended, but obviously that didn't end up happening. But he's still very much expected to return to WWE in the near future. It's even reported that Charlotte Flair went the extra mile to push for Andrade's WWE return to take place. Despite being husband and wife, WWE has never really acknowledged Charlotte and Andrade's relationship within WWE television. It was reported that right before Andrade was going to leave WWE a few years ago, Charlotte Flair was pitching some ideas for the both of them to be paired up on WWE television, but those plans never came through. But maybe once Charlotte Flair recovers from her torn ACL, maybe we could finally see Andrade and Charlotte paired up on WWE television. But until Charlotte is back, what could Andrade do upon returning in WWE? Well, like we spoke towards the start of the year, Andrade getting involved with the LWO and reuniting with Zelina Vega has been a popular fan theory for his return. Zelina Vega has even teased the reunion now several times over the last few weeks, and another big teaser came this week after the January 16th edition of NXT. Zelina Vega made a surprise guest appearance on NXT, and fans took to Twitter to talk about how great it was to see Zelina back at the place where her WWE career first started. That's when Zelina responded by saying that she knew a thing or two about leading people to gold, especially in NXT, which of course is a clear reference and mention of Andrade and how she managed him all the way up to the NXT World title. So once again, a very big Andrade reference dropped by Zelina Vega, and with the rumors that he's supposed to be back in WWE any week now, it really has fans wondering if a reunion between Zelina and Andrade actually has a good shot of happening, given all those mentions and references. As far as things go with Zelina Vega, she has quite a lot going on herself as well. She's finding a way to manage LWO through their issues with Santos Escobar. But she's also trying to get her own singles career back on track as well, and it looks like a little storyline is developing there for sure. Smackdown general manager Nick Aldis was asked on the bump about Zelina Vega getting more title opportunities, and he made mention that she would have to earn it the right way. Those remarks really got under Zelina Vega's skin, and she posted a video on Twitter of herself responding to Nick Aldis, bringing up the fan reaction at Backlash 2023 and how she's already earned it. She posted another clip on Twitter this week as an update to that story. Zelina said that she's been knocking on Nick Aldis' door over the last few weeks to talk to him, but he never opens the door and never has time for her. Zelina said that she will once again visit Nick's office this upcoming week and continue to visit his office as much as she can until his excuses for not getting title matches turn into actual title opportunities. So it's not a storyline that's taking place on WWE television, but all this seems to be one of those behind-the-scenes, social media-fueled storylines. Zelina Vega is not happy with Nick Aldis' comments and his treatment of her, and she wants to have a meeting with him to discuss her future opportunities that she feels like she's already earned. So there's a lot to look forward to there with everything surrounding LWO. Will Rey Mysterio return soon? Will Andrade return himself? Will Zelina Vega finally get the answer she's looking for from Nick Aldis? A lot to keep an eye on there. John Cena has brought up the topic of retiring from WWE many times over the last few years in many different interviews, and he even started heavily mentioning it in 2023 on WWE television. The gestures and the way he was acting during his WrestleMania 39 match against Austin Theory had people wondering if this was John Cena's farewell match. But he returned in late 2023 for a short full-time run thanks to the Hollywood strike. But once again, the topic of retirement played a big role even in his character's story. By the time the end of that run came out, John Cena addressed the doubts and negative thoughts crossing his mind about calling it quits. He even pointed out how he hasn't had one single televised WWE match in over 5 years. So that was his big goal, to pick up his first singles win since 2018, to prove to himself that he could still compete at a high level. Unfortunately for Cena, his opportunity was Solo Sikoa, and Solo absolutely dominated him during that last match, and Cena hasn't been seen since, making fans once again wonder if that was Cena's last match. Well, John Cena recently spoke with People magazine and explained his thoughts a bit more on why he feels so strongly that the time to wrap things up in the ring is quickly approaching. John Cena told People that it has nothing to do with him losing passion for wrestling or Hollywood's demanding schedule. He claims that the reason he needs to fully retire soon is strictly due to the demand of age. John Cena will be turning 48 later in 2024, and he feels like just physically, he can't really hang in there in the ring anymore. Although he feels so strongly about retiring soon, it does sound like he's not fully done quite yet. So that crown jewel match with Solo Sikoa probably won't turn out to be the final time Cena steps foot in the ring. Cena was also in the headlines this week thanks to Randy Orton. During a recent interview with Kayla Braxton for WWE's The Bump, Randy Orton was asked about the biggest dream match that's still left in his career. Randy's answer was one last singles match with John Cena for the WWE title at WrestleMania. Randy Orton said he wouldn't know how the pieces for that match would all fit into place, but that it's his absolute biggest dream match at the current moment. If you've been watching WWE for a long time, you'll know that John Cena and Randy Orton are no strangers to each other. Besides his intense rivalries with Edge in the mid-2000s, you could argue that Randy Orton was the biggest rival of John Cena's career. They faced each other so many times during the mid-2000s and early 2010s that fans became sick of seeing the matchup over and over again. But fast forward well over a decade later, and it looks like Randy Orton and the fans wouldn't mind seeing that legendary matchup one last time. It's absolutely no secret that Alexa Bliss is a major Eminem fan. There's clips of Alexa rapping his music in front of big crowds, rapping the lyrics in her home, and shortly after her daughter was born, she even tweeted out how she can't wait to introduce her to his music. Well, Eminem was recently at the Detroit Lions NFL playoff game, and he was getting the crowd hyped up, and they were all singing together. Alexa Bliss reposted the clip onto her Instagram page, saying that she didn't care about which team you rooted for, but that anyone that raps Eminem music is her kind of people. So if a WWE and Eminem collaboration was to ever take place down the line, it looks like Alexa Bliss will definitely be one of the superstars that would be the most excited for that collab. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.